Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the story of one of the world's most important crops. I'm talking about corn. Whether you call it maize, enjoy it as popcorn at the movies, or see it in countless food products, this golden grain is everywhere. But have you ever stopped to wonder where it actually came from? The answer is a fascinating journey back in time. A story of human ingenuity and a wild grass that underwent one of the most remarkable transformations in agricultural history. So, let's rewind the clock about 9,000 years. Our story begins not in the vast cornfields of the American Midwest, but in the Balsas River Valley of southern Mexico. Back then, there was no corn as we know it. Instead, there was a wild grass called teosinte. If you saw teosinte today, you probably wouldn't even recognize it as corn's ancestor. It looks more like a weedy, branching plant. Its ears were tiny, maybe just a couple of inches long, with only about 5 to 12 kernels. And those kernels were tough. Each one was encased in a hard, shell-like casing, making them almost impossible to eat. It was hardly a soup. So how did we get from this scrawny wild grass to the plump, juicy cobs we love today? The credit goes to the brilliant ancient farmers of Mesoamerica. These early peoples began to notice the natural variations in the teosinte plants. Maybe one plant had slightly larger kernels, or another had a softer casing. They started to selectively save seeds from these more desirable plants and replant them. This process, known as selective breeding or artificial selection, was revolutionary. Over hundreds, and then thousands of years, they painstakingly guided the evolution of this plant. It was a slow, deliberate process, generation after generation. Through this dedicated effort, teosinte began to change dramatically. The number of rows of kernels increased. The kernels themselves grew larger, softer, and sweeter. The hard outer casing disappeared, making them much easier to eat and process. The plant itself transformed from a multi-branched stalk into the single, sturdy stalk we recognize today, topped with a tassel and bearing a few large ears. This wasn't a random accident of nature. It was one of humanity's first and greatest feats of genetic modification, all done without modern labs or equipment. As maize became more productive and nutritious, it became the foundational crop for many great civilizations, including the Olmec, Maya, and Aztec. It wasn't just food. It was a cornerstone of their culture, economy, and religion. They developed incredible ways to grow it, like the milpa system, where corn was grown alongside beans and squash in a symbiotic relationship. Corn was so vital that it was often revered as a deity. From its heartland in Mexico, the cultivation of maize spread. It traveled north, reaching what is now the southwestern United States around 4,000 years ago, and eventually made its way to the eastern woodlands. It also spread south, all the way down through Central and South America. Different cultures adapted the plant to their own unique climates and needs, creating a stunning diversity of corn varieties, from the vibrant colors of flint corn to the starchy varieties, perfect for grinding into flour. When European explorers arrived in the Americas in the late 15th century, they were introduced to this amazing crop. They quickly recognized its value and took it back to Europe. From there, corn spread across the globe at an incredible speed. It was adaptable, high-yielding, and versatile. Within a few centuries, it became a staple food in Africa, Asia, and all over the world, changing diets and agricultural practices wherever it went. So, the next time you bite into a piece of cornbread or grill a cob on the barbecue, take a moment to appreciate its incredible history. It's a story that starts with a humble wild grass and, thanks to thousands of years of human partnership with nature, becomes a global superstar. It is a testament to the ingenuity of ancient farmers and a living link to our agricultural past. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I do you want to forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world around us. See you in the next video.